big advocate for education, both professionally and as a volunteer for various causes. I'm a product of community colleges. I was the first person in my family to attend community college back in Grand Rapids. And so I want to sort of reach back and help as many people as I can to get the same opportunities I had here in the Lansing area. The main issues right now are really financial. The current board, by and large, has not treated educators at LCC with the respect they deserve. And I firmly believe that the quality of an educational institution rests on the quality and the staffing of the people teaching. Educators educate. And so if you have faculty and staff who feel disenfranchised or are constantly looking for the next thing to come along because they're not being treated properly, we're going to have a major brain drain here in Greater Lansing.
Is yours considered kind of an insurgency candidacy compared to the traditional?
Maybe to a certain degree. I mean, I'm younger than the rest of the candidates. But I don't know if it's really an insurgency as much. I'm not going to be afraid to stand up for what I believe in. I have a lot of friends from all sides of the aisle and throughout various industries and in labor and in business. So I'm going to approach things with a very solid footing, knowing that I have the backing and support to do what's right on behalf of students, teachers, and taxpayers.
LCC, is it still one of the lowest paid faculties for community colleges in Michigan?
I believe it is in the mid-range. That was after a raise given to faculty that brought it up into the mid-range, but now there's talk of cutting it back again. I don't think that's right. This is the capital city. This is the third largest community college in the state, and I think the wages and benefits for faculty and staff should reflect the high stature that LCC has. LCC has a very good reputation right now, but that's in jeopardy.
What are some of the issues? LCC has had some problems in, say, the last decade. They've had some sort of spectacular meltdowns on the board.
Yes.
How is it that you would be able to be either a healing force or a bridge or you're looking for a new direction?
Communications. It seems simple and it seems cliche, but many of the problems that have stemmed at LCC in the past decade have been because people haven't been brought in on the front end to have an open dialogue. Decisions have been made behind closed doors, and one of the things I'm going to do as a trustee is to make sure that the board follows strictly the Open Meetings Act so that the press, the public, taxpayers, faculty, and staff have working knowledge of what's actually going on by the people elected to serve them. So I think there's been a great deal of back-end communications or things not being done with the sunshine clearly on them. And I think if the college does a good job of addressing those communications issues and bringing people together more at the very beginning of budget processes and other important decisions, snafus such as the software crisis several years ago and other things that have been going on the past couple of years can be largely avoided.
I think there's a tremendous affection for LCC in the community, and I think you benefit from a lot of goodwill in the community. But what are some of the hurdles with the financial problem? I mean, Michigan is in meltdown right now, and how do you find the resources to be good to people when it seems like money's so tight?
The college needs to do a better job of looking for grants and other financing opportunities. They need to do a better job of going down to Capitol and beating the drum and fighting to maintain or even increase community college funding, especially at a time when the state's facing nearly unparalleled financial crisis. Community colleges are going to play a huge role in training and educating people to be able to attract new businesses and jobs, investments to Michigan. Let me give you an example. LCC has a very cutting-edge alternative energy program out at the West Campus, one of the few programs in the country that offers a certificate in clean energy. The college is not promoting it. They're not doing a good job of getting out there and spreading the word, and not only through Greater Lansing, not only through Michigan or the Midwest, but throughout the country. That's clearly the direction that our economy, especially in Michigan, is headed, is toward energy and clean energy. So why isn't the college out there recruiting people, both educators and potential students from all over the country, to come to this exciting new program at LCC? And they say one of the answers is that, well, we don't have resources for it. We don't have the faculty for it. We need to get people up to date. Well, they need to start now. And there is a lot of grant money out there in energy. tons of money out there in energy that the college could do a much better job of pursuing. And if the college did look at some of those revenue sources nationally, especially in renewable energy, I think it would go a long way toward plugging up at least one portion of LCC's budget problems. And there's other examples across the board in healthcare and other industries, and I think the school just needs to be more creative in finding revenue sources. I think it is also somewhat fiscally irresponsible for the board to continue to take tuition off the table as a possible source of revenue in the past few budget years. I'm not saying raise tuition, but I'm saying that all things need to be on the table and have involvement and comments from the community before you automatically rule any one thing out.